Hi, I didn't see you there. I'm Philbert D. For the last 10 years, I've been professionally writing movie reviews. But nobody reads anymore, so now I'm on YouTube. Every week, we're gonna try to review some of the movies that come out in cinemas. This is Phil on Films. Let's get to it. This week, we're reviewing Miko Livelo's Tol, Adolfo Alix's Bato, and Clint Eastwood's The Mule.
Ano nangyari sa inyo tatlo?
Ganito kasi yun.
Tol is the story of best friends Arthur, Lando, and Dimitri, played by Ketchup Eusebio, Arjo Atade, and Joras Cambo.
Walang sasagabal, walang iistorbo na kahit sinong babae!
They work as toll booth operators, and they've resolved to stick together no matter what. But things change when their childhood sweetheart Elena, played by Jessamine Diola, comes back from the States and reignites a romantic rivalry.
Ang laki mo na. Ang ganda mo na.
Full disclosure, the guy shooting this video right now is actually in Tol, so feel free to disregard everything I say. The movie has no problem getting any laughs. It's an effective gag delivery machine with its three leads really committing to the silliness of the film. So if you're just looking for laughs, you can go into the cinema and have a good time. The problem is if you're looking for something more. There's nothing particularly interesting about three guys pining after a girl, especially if the girl character isn't written to be interesting herself. She isn't even written to have any jokes, which is particularly disappointing in a film that has so many jokes. But yes, it's funny. It kind of reminds me of those 90s Pinoy comedies, minus that inexplicable third act where they stop beating up bad guys. It's actually kind of the best possible version of that, with better gags and better performances. But honestly, that's kind of a low bar to clear. It's funny, but you aren't gonna get much more than that. 3 stars.
This is where it is, motherfuckers! Motherfuckers!
Robin Padilla as Ronald Bato de la Rosa. This biopic catches up with the subject as regional chief, dealing with a tense hostage situation. As Bato negotiates the situation, we see flashbacks of his earlier life and all the things that made him who he is. Hey, did you guys know there's an election this year? So there's this scene late in the movie where Bato goes into a church, sad about the fact that he's just killed 16 people. The mayor is there to comfort him, telling him that, he's done nothing wrong. It's okay. He shouldn't feel bad about the people he's killed or the people he's hurt, as long as it's all done in the line of duty. That's kind of tricky stuff in itself, and it's even more disturbing because the film is so set on trying to make Bato look like an action hero. Those 16 people he killed, that sequence ends with Robin Padilla lobbing a grenade at them and walking away from the explosion like a cool guy. There's also a scene that's a clear attempt to copy John Wick. He knocks a bunch of people down and shoots them in the face. But he's sad, don't forget, he's sad. At best, it's a bad action movie. At worst, it's a modern version of Iginuhit sa Tadhana. Now, I don't think it's particularly convincing, but it's vile all the same, 1 star.
4 star, 5 star. Mas mataas ang rank mo sa akin. Sunod ako sa'yo.
The Mule stars Clint Eastwood as Earl Stone, a crotchety 90-year-old who has become very estranged with his family. With nothing to his name but his truck, he signs on, though unwittingly at first, to become a drug mule for the Mexican cartels. Hilarity ensues.
Need help, sir? Officer, hi.
The Mule is based on a true story, but it's not overly concerned with getting things right. Now, if you've read anything on the internet about this, it's probably about the fact that Clint Eastwood's character has no less than 2 threesomes in this film. And yeah, that's not a good look. At best, it's part of this larger framework that the film has, that it's nostalgia for a time when men were men and weren't looking at their phones all the time. It's the funniest aspect of the film, but I'm not always sure we're laughing for the right reasons. It gives us a lot to riff on about old men, their insecurities, and their fantasies about being amazing. To the film's credit though, it gives us a little more to chew on than that. At its best, The Mule feels a little conflicted. It doesn't have the moral certainty of Clint Eastwood talking to an empty chair. It feels a little introspective, Clint Eastwood reckoning with his choices, with his stances, maybe casting a little doubt on what he said and what he's done, maybe regretting pushing people away or being the curmudgeon that he is. It's kind of fascinating if you're still interested in that stuff. Removed from the context of who Eastwood is and what he represents, it's just kind of a mildly entertaining film. It doesn't have room for supporting characters and it doesn't really look very good, honestly. 2.5 stars.
Officer, hi.
You need help?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
What do you got there?
Pecans. I'm delivering pecans to my niece.
Pecans?
Yeah, pecans. She makes the worst pecan pie you've ever tasted.
So thanks for joining me on Phil on Films. Feel free to leave a comment and we can argue on the internet like all people do. Goodbye, internet. Until next time.